Good evening, class. Today we are starting a new week and we are starting a new unit as well, right? We are in the last part of our course. We are missing units 8, 9, and 10. That is just 3 units, right? Remember that every 2 units we have an evaluation, right? And we have already passed the third evaluation, right? From units 5 and 6. So the third evaluation, that is from units 7 and 8, is going to be after finishing these 8 units, right? And the last month, of course, is not going to be just units 9 and 10. It's going to be the whole book, the whole units, right? It's going to be a longer evaluation, right? In the last part. But anyway, I'm gonna remind you after this last part. Yes. Well, let's start with this unit 8, that it is how important are looks in the first lesson, right? So talking about looks in general, not just physical appearance in people, but also looks from resorts, hotels, houses, food, no, for marketing, everything. We are going to talk about all the kind of looks, right? All kinds of looks, right? Okay, let's check, for example, in this first part, that is a text. Listen to the introduction of the article. And then we are going to think about Photoshop. How has Photoshop changed the world, right? We are going to brainstorm some ideas, and then we are going to continue with the rest of the paragraphs, and we are going to match the ideas of each paragraph with the pictures we have here on the right. Okay, so let's start right away. Let me just check that I have already shared, right? That I have already shared, of course, the audio. So let's start right away with the audio and the text. Good evening, Jose Ramon. Hello.
How Photoshop changed the world.
Okay. I'm starting with Unit 8. And we are going to listen to the text and read at the same time, right? Especially the introduction. We are going to start just with the first part, the very first part of Unit 8 in this, how Photoshop has changed the world, right? Just the introduction.
Adobe Photoshop is one of the most powerful image editing tools in the world, and it has profoundly changed the art of photo retouching. What was once an expensive and time-consuming task is now a simple procedure with limitless possibilities. Here, we take a look at how Photoshop has changed the way we view the world.
Okay. So, Photoshop. Have you used Photoshop?
No, me, I didn't. I I don't know how to say. Sorry, how to use the Photoshop.
Well, it's not necessarily probably because nowadays all the different apps, there are different apps that they have filters, no? So it is like automatic, no? It's not like in the past that it has to be more manual. But Photoshop is mainly used by photographs, no? Photographers, I mean, no? In photographs, as we can see here on the right. Yes. What kind of pictures can we see here on the right? What photos do you see here?
Is the in the tree? And that's
A beach, no? A beach. We
yeah,
have
the
a beach. A beach. What else?
the comparison image for hamburger.
Burgers, of course. Then
I guess to better the bright in the skin.
okay, the makeup, no? The makeup. Of course, on a face. Okay. the cigar here, no, the cigar here with a person smoking, and also in houses, no?
Yes, the house, but I don't know, maybe for the spider.
Maybe for the spider, or maybe because of the whole house was old, and with the Photoshop you can use it to see it more modern, no, or new painted, no.
Yeah.
Photographers use it mainly, no, for making things look better, no, yeah, or no.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Hmm. Who uses Photoshop more? Who do you think uses Photoshop more?
For me, for a filter, like good views or photo of a family, I need to change the bright of the song, maybe for to upgrade the photo for a better to see.
Yes. And in commercials, no? In different announcements and marketing. Mhm.
Yeah,
Very common, no? I think all the ads and commercials uh, use filters and Photoshop, no? Don't you think? Mhm.
okay, yes, I agree on that.
Mhm. Okay. It says read and match the photos to each paragraph, right? Okay, let's read and listen at the same time and tell me what are they talking about in each paragraph of these different photos or different ideas. Let's check.
How we think about images. That must have been photoshopped. These days, we are increasingly skeptical about the authenticity of images. We even use Photoshop as a verb to indicate that something doesn't look real. How we view the human body. A staggering 95% of the human images we see are retouched. As a result, Photoshop has changed our view of what is normal. The more camera-shy among us can Photoshop away imperfections, and it's great for simple things like removing red eye. However, we are so used to photos being modified that seeing candid photos of celebrities with all their imperfections seems to shock us, and many of these unphotoshopped images go viral. How it's used in advertising. Look through any magazine and find an ad that hasn't been photoshopped. Good luck! Advertising has completely transformed since image manipulation. Agencies can now just pay someone to make their ads for them without the need to take photographs. How it's used in the travel industry. Lots of vacationers wonder where the golden sand and blue skies are when they get to their destination. The sad fact is that travel companies doctor images. For example, they might remove an ugly parking lot between your hotel and the beach. This kind of manipulation only results in disappointed customers. How we view history. Some of history's most iconic images were photoshopped before the software even existed. Photoshop has the power to alter the way we see history. Experts examine images in detail to make sure they give the right message. If not, they may be altered. With the recent craze of photobombing, politicians must be very grateful for Photoshop. For better or worse, Photoshop is here to stay, and we are now so accustomed to seeing these images that often it doesn't even register that they've been photoshopped.
Okay, vocabulary questions in this.
Yeah, about the advertising.
Publicity. Publicity.
Uh,
That is publicity. Advertising. Publicity. Anything else? No? Just that?
because bombing is
When it
I
emerged.
have.
Yes?
Can you repeat, please, miss? Please.
When it emerged, there is a boom So when it is something in fashion,
Ah, okay, like a
something in
viral,
fashion,
something like that.
something becomes being fashionable, no? Very
Okay,
fashionable.
okay, okay.
Is the booming.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So in which of the paragraphs they are mentioning, for example, the first kind of picture,
And how it used the travel industry.
the travel industry, no, for tourists, for tourism.
Uh,
Then the food, where is mentioned the food?
the how it used in advertising.
Advertising.
Advertising. Okay, advertising.
Advertising. Publicity, right? And then three,
How we view the human body.
how will be the human body. Four,
How we view history.
and five, of course.
The final. How we think about image.
How we think about the image. So even a state agent can use Photoshop, no? If you are interested in selling your house or an apartment, you can even do Photoshop, but
Yeah.
it's not that honest, no? It's not that honest. As you listen, you were listening to these different ideas that are from 1 to 5 that are missing in the article. That we are going to do that you are going to do now is to match the different ideas that are missing in the article, right? From 1 to 5, yes, in order to check what would be the related previous idea or forward idea, right? So, for example, in this one, that must have been Photoshop. You say, we even use Photoshop as a verb to indicate that something doesn't look real. What do you think? Which of the numbers goes
Uh,
in A?
Maybe this day we are incredibly skeptical about the authenticity of image.
Mm. Authenticity. Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Authenticity of images, correct. Of images, correct. Image, images. Can you repeat?
Image.
Images, correct, Jose Ramon. In that case, what is related to this? What is related these days? We even use Photoshop as a verb to indicate that something doesn't look real. Authenticity and doesn't look real, no? That
Ah,
is
okay. Yeah.
connection. We are looking for the connection, for the
In the
connection.
past, it to say the Photoshop, and right now the present is the IA, the intelligence artificial.
AI,
AI,
yeah,
sorry, in
yeah,
English, AI. Yeah, right now is the only it's AI.
AI, of course. They're using AI. Then, how we view the human body, that would be for B number.
As a result, Photoshop has changed our view what's normal.
Mhm. The more cameras shy among us can Photoshop away imperfections. Yes. And as a result, not result,
Yeah.
result in the second syllable, not the stress as a result.
Oh, is the
How,
result?
how is it used in advertising? How is it used in advertising? Mhm. Advertising has completely
Yeah. I
manipulation.
okay. Maybe it's agencies can now just pay someone to make their ads for them without the need to take photograph.
Agencies because of advertising. Sure. Because
No, it's
advertising has completely transformed since image manipulation.
um expert examine image in detail to make sure they give the right message.
Experts examine images in detail to make sure. Okay. And then in travel industry.
Okay. I did say, for example, they may remove a bigger parking lot between your hotel and the beach.
Okay. And how we view history.
Yeah, and actually, the as a result, no, sorry. These agents can now just pay someone to make their ads for them. They need to take photographs. Yeah.
But agents is here about history. Sure. Mhm.
Yeah, because what is another option?
Okay, but let's check what will be the relationship, right? So in the first one, yes, they are skeptical, no? Authenticity and real, no? Authenticity and real, right? They are related words. In B, number two, as a result, photos has changed our view what is normal, yeah? Because human images we see are retouched with being normal, right? So
Okay, okay.
we have to find the relationship, the connection between the ideas and the words, no, the previous words. All right. And then in C, of course, we have agencies, advertising, no, publicity, right? So we have, of course, agencies can just pay someone not to make their ads, even without photographing, no, anything, right? Even without taking the photographs, the real photographs, no? And with AI, as you mentioned, nowadays, it's more common, right? And easier, easier, of course. Then, the sad fact is that travel companies doctor images, and this is true. For example, they might remove an ugly parking lot between your hotel and the beach, as you mentioned, right? And history will be for, right? Experts examine images in detail to make sure they give the right message, right? So, for example, in the one that we have about the person having a cigar on the mouth, in that time, it was very sophisticated to have a cigar, right? To smoke a cigar, not a cigarette, a cigar impuro, no? Un habano, right? To smoke a cigar, yes? It was very well seen, right? But it can be removed. También se lo podían quitar, ¿no?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, nowadays is more common, as you mentioned, with filters and AI. Talking about the vocabulary we have here in highlighted, the highlighted words that we have, right? Photoshop, doctor, doctor not as a noun, as a verb. Camera shy, more camera shy as an adjective. Red eye, of course, is very easy. Candid, no? As an adjective as well, right? What would be the correct definition? In this case, the definition of these words, highlighted words. The red appearance of eyes in some photos. Easy peasy.
Ray eyes.
Red eyes, no? Red eye. So here we have red eyes, no? Where do we have? Red eye, of course. It was very common in the past. Nowadays, with filters and AI, as you mentioned, you can remove it easily, right? Then to change something in order to deceive people. Deceive. What would be the idea? To change something in order to deceive people.
Maybe deceive. Candic. No. What mean candic?
That's in candid photos of celebrities. Okay, let's check the rest. Describe someone who dislikes having his or her photo taken. Someone who dislikes having his or her photo taken. There are still some people like this. Not very common, not very often, but there are still some people don't like being photographed. No?
Yes, maybe it's
Okay.
Photoshop.
Let's continue. Making small changes to a photo in order to improve it. Small changes.
Retouching.
Retouch.
Retouch.
Retouching, correct. Just small changes, not very big ones, no? Of course. Retouching here, as you mentioned. And describes an image that has been manipulated by a computer program.
Photoshop it.
Photoshop.
Photoshop it?
Shopped. Photoshopped. Photoshopped. No suena la E, it's like T. Photoshopped. The activity of ruining someone else's photo by moving into view just before it is taken. Activity of ruining someone else's photo by moving into a view just before it is taken. Removing.
No, because
Natural and informal. Natural and informal.
maybe candid.
Candid. Natural and informal. Candid photos of celebrities with all their imperfections, no? Seems to shock us. Because
Yeah.
they're perfect all the time, no? They are that perfect all the time. And we are missing just a couple of them. Someone who
Yeah.
describes having his or her photo taken, camera shy.
Camera shy. Okay.
Camera shy. Camera shy. Are you camera shy? Well, some people don't like being photographed, no? They are not, you can say camera shy, but they don't like. Describes an image that has been manipulated by a program, you say Photoshop, yes. The activity of ruining someone else's photo by moving into view just before it is taken. The activity. The activity.
Is doctor?
Sasa is a travel company's doctor images. Doctor images like a verb. Like a verb. That is,
Okay.
yes, the activity of ruining by moving into view just before it is taken. Yes. For example, they might remove an ugly parking lot between your hotel and the beach. Yes. So this is a verb. The activity of ruining someone else's photo. As a verb, have you used it as a verb before, doctor? ¿Lo habías visto como verbo?
No,
Just,
never.
just as a noun, right? Just as a
Yeah, all the
noun.
time, like a now.
It's not that common. It's not that common or usual. Correct. But doctor, we have doctor too, to change something in order to deceive people, para engañar a la gente también.
Okay.
And photobombing. Photobombing. So this is the activity of ruining someone else's photo. With this photobombing, right, is ruining, no? Because everybody has the same photos or the same images, right? And doctor is changing. Deceive es engañar. Deceive or cheat on people. Deceive or cheat on people, right? That is the idea of deceive people. Talking about these ideas, can you complete? Can you complete, please? With the correct form of the verbs or the words in the previous exercise. Complete, please,
Okay.
in exercise E. What would be the correct word or form of the word? Yes, in exercise B, please, from 1 to 7. Think about it. Don't worry. Come, take it easy. No worries.
Yeah, man. Thank you, miss. I will read it.
Yes, of course. I'm a little worried about this group because you are like 3 people. Nazaria, you, Cristel, and Aleric, but Aleric never participates. And now, today, just you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was going to tell you because, Jose Ramon, let me interrupt you for a couple of minutes. I won't be able to give you the session on this Friday, this coming Friday, as I have, of course, an appointment. I have something to do. So I was going to ask you if you can have the time tomorrow. Is it okay? This,
Yes, it's okay.
from 7 to 8, the
What time,
tutorial
miss?
from 7 to 8. Y
Okay, okay, okay,
y
7
luego
to
de
8.
8 a 9. Van a ser 2 horas, sí, es cansado, pero uno va a ser de puro speaking. Because
Okay, okay. Okay,
I'm going to
7
advance.
to 9.
I'm going to advance the speaking Friday. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to tell the others via chat, no via WhatsApp.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, José Ramón. Ujú. Alaric nunca encuentra nunca tiene el link de la clase. Nunca entra la aula virtual o I don't know. I have no idea. Pues ya vamos a acabar, ¿no? 1 month and a half termina este curso.
Maybe January? Half January?
Ujú. Sí, es January the 30th, the last day of January. Okay, what would you say? Greta Garbo disappeared whenever Greta Garbo was from the 40s. ¿De qué año fue Greta Garbo?
She was incredible. Photoshop it.
No, but she was an actress, no? She was incredibly, what would you say? Incredibly,
Maybe doctor? Well, no, because
no,
doctor is a verb.
it's a verb. Photobombing is the activity. Candid, natural and informal. Yes, she was in,
Okay. Candy is a noun?
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
No. It's an adjective. She was incredibly candid.
Okay, okay.
It's an adjective, right? Describing that she was natural and informal. Your vacation photos to make the weather look better is really easy.
Retouching. Retouch. Retouch your vacation photos to make the weather look better. It's really easy. Oh,
Okay.
Photoshop.
My camera has a special flash mode to reduce
Maybe the red eye.
red eye, not to reduce red eye. The court discovered that the prosecution had the image. As a verb. Here we have a verb. We need a verb.
Okay, a bear. Maybe the doctor.
Have doctors. Have doctored.
Like doctor image.
The image as a regular verb, right? Doctor the image. The photographer managed to get a photo of the princess laughing. Entonces, candid photo. A
Okay, candid.
candid photo of the princess, no? Laughing, informal and natural. I'm sorry, that we have to change the first one. The photo on the front cover had been to make him look muscular. Had been retouched. Retouched, no? Retouched.
Okay, retouch.
To make him look muscular, right? Did you see that great photo from the Oscars a few years ago? Even celebrities are into this
Camera shy.
craze,
No.
photo bombing. Photo bombing, no?
Yeah, for the bombing.
Photo bombing craze. So probably Greta Garbo disappear whenever a photographer appeared. So she was incredibly camera shy. No? She
Yeah.
disappeared when a photographer appeared. So she was incredibly camera shy. Yes? Yeah. No, that would be much better. Or no? Okay.
I agree.
Shy, retouching, as you mentioned, your vacation,
Okay, yeah.
red eye, doctored as a regular,
Okay, like
a
a bird in
candid,
pass.
a candid image, no, of the princess laughing, candid, informal, natural, photoshopped. Number 6, the photo on the front cover had been photoshopped to make him look muscular, right? Yes, because retouching is just small changes, but photoshopping is not just a small change. To see to change somebody from his or her body is photoshopping or using AI, no? Because it's of course totally different, no? A different, of course, appearance. And photobombing craze. Yes, of course. But have you used AI to change something, an image, Jose Ramon, or a photo from your family or somebody, or not?
Yes, yeah. But sometimes to know it for for a Instagram for my family, don't I say to how do you say to en Spanish too? Presencia, sí, de que no llegó. Choose the
What do you want to express? What do you want to express? What do you mean?
de poner a un familiar en la foto cuando él no llegó a cierto
Ah,
evento.
okay. So to insert somebody that didn't arrive, or that didn't come up, huh? That didn't come up.
Yeah, exactly.
Insert somebody in the photo that didn't come up. Oh,
Yeah, I insert to the in the photo with the shadow pop for an app.
interesting. I haven't thought about that. Look at this image. What do you see in this image? The opposite, as you mentioned, right?
Yes.
Instead of inserting the boy, is removing, no, removing the boy in the front.
Okay.
But what was supposed? Who took the photo? The boy sitting behind or the boy at the front?
In the front,
The
he
front, a
take
selfie. No, it was a selfie, but somebody appeared at the back. No, that is quite common. No, because you are not alone in the world, right?
exactly.
Okay, so look at James Fritzman's Instagram account and answer 1 and 2. What is funny and unusual about the photos? The funny thing is that he
They remove
removed
the
the
guy to help
person,
the
he,
photo.
he removed the person who took the photo, no? Who took the selfie in this case. Who do you think James Freeman's might be? Who might James Freeman be? And what does he do on social media? What would be his profession of this boy? Well, not this one. I mean the boy called James Friedman. What would be his profession?
Maybe it's to they use the Photoshop for a how do you say solicitud?
Request.
Okay, for a request to the about the fan, maybe I know to subscribe to, yeah,
Okay,
as a friend for
subscription.
yeah,
Okay,
for his social media.
okay, all right. So let's listen and check.
Sure, we all want to look better.
Yes, is the audio good?
Yes,
Some
ma'am.
people try makeup.
Yes, this is so. Yeah. Yes, Jose
Yes,
Ramon?
miss. It's good. It's good.
Excellent. Thank you.
Or even plastic surgery. Others choose Photoshop. Graphic designer and Photoshop expert James Friedman is well known for taking people's Twitter requests for image alterations. James reads people's requests for changes to their pictures and does exactly what they ask him to do. Unfortunately for them, James does literally whatever he is asked. Most of his images are silly and fun. People ask James to remove photobombers, make them look smaller or bigger, or add something to the picture. But Fridman does not encourage people to retouch their images to meet today's often unrealistic beauty standards. He now has thousands of online followers because of the creative way he doctors the vain photos shared on social media. One heartwarming example of James's work is a photo sent to him by a young woman who is suffering from an eating disorder and low self-esteem. She asked James to Photoshop her to make her look beautiful. He responded by making no change to the image and telling her that nothing could make her more beautiful than she already was.
Okay, so one of the characteristics of this photographer.
Okay, James Freeman selling the photos to remove Photoshop to another. It's don't remember to say solicitude again.
Request. So the photos are funny because the wrong person has been removed. And James Friedman, might be a photographer or graphic designer. He might post unusual and funny images on social media, right? That's why he became a little, especially in the, I don't know, like in 2014, 15, he became famous, a little famous, right? Because of the different images he posted. Correct the mistakes that we have here according to James Friedman, right? You have to correct in some errors in each of these ideas, right? Okay. So listen one more time, try
Okay.
to correct the incorrect ones, please.
Sure, we all want to look better. Some people try makeup or even plastic surgery. Others choose Photoshop. Graphic designer and Photoshop expert James Fridman is well known for taking people's Twitter requests for image alterations. James reads people's requests for changes to their pictures and does exactly what they ask him to do. Unfortunately for them, James does literally whatever he is asked. Most of his images are silly and fun. People ask James to remove photobombers, make them look smaller or bigger, or add something to the picture. But Fridman does not encourage people to retouch their images to meet today's often unrealistic beauty standards. He now has thousands of online followers because of the creative way he doctors the vain photos shared on social media. One heartwarming example of James's work is a photo sent to him by a young woman who is suffering from an eating disorder and low self-esteem. She asked James to Photoshop her to make her look beautiful. He responded by making no change to the image and telling her that nothing could make her more beautiful than she already was.
I'm ready, miss.
Thank you. So he is.
It's incorrect. James Freeman, well known to taking people Twitter requests for image alterations.
uh, so Twitter
Yes,
request.
Twitter requests.
No email, of course. Twitter, now X. Thank you. Number 2.
Most of his images are silly and funny.
Yeah, it's not shocking and cruel, of course. And Friedman's
His sphere is correct.
to retouch their images to meet today's often unrealistic beauty standards. Yes. One
Yes,
heartwarming example. Yes.
the four is changed to by a young woman who's suffering for disorder, social anxiety, and low self-esteem. Yeah, only change the young woman and disorder.
Disorder.
Disorder, exactly.
Okay. One heartwarming example of James' work is a photo sent to him by a woman who was suffering
Young,
for
young woman.
uh Suffering from
was suffering from disorder social.
Mhm. So he asked James to make her look younger. Yes,
Yes, it's for me correct.
sure.
No, I don't.
Sure.
It's listen good that.
Okay, one by one,
Sure,
one by
we
one.
all want to look better. Some people try makeup or even plastic surgery. Others choose Photoshop. Graphic designer and Photoshop expert James Fridman is well known for taking people's Twitter requests for image alterations.
Mhm.
James reads people's requests for changes to their pictures and does exactly what they ask him to do. Unfortunately for them, James does literally whatever he is asked. Most of his images are silly and fun. People ask James to remove photobombers, make them look smaller or bigger, or add something to the picture. But Fridman does not encourage people to retouch their images to meet today's often unrealistic beauty standards. He now has thousands of online followers because of the creative way he doctors the vain photos shared on social media. One heartwarming example of James's work is a photo sent to him by a young woman who is suffering from an eating disorder and low self-esteem. She asked James to Photoshop her to make her look beautiful. He responded by making no change to the image and telling her that nothing could make her more beautiful than she already was.
Correct. So, as you mentioned, she asked James to make her look more beautiful,
Yeah, more beautiful.
younger, more beautiful. Uh-huh. Okay. Because, well, it was part of the request, remember?
Yeah, request,
Request,
request.
request, of course. So, have you seen any of his posts? No? Have you seen any of his posts? No?
No, no.
Okay, try to, please, try to Google it in order to check any Photoshop image by James Freeman, right? Or someone else, in order to explain what happened in this picture. Yes? Can you do it in a couple of minutes? Yes, do you have chance to do it, Jose Ramon?
Yes, miss.
Okay. And you may share your screen, of course. You may share your screen in order to explain what happened in the photo, what was removed in the photo, and why. Why was it removed, right? In the photo, please. You can share screen whenever you have it. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you share a screen when you are ready, Jose Ramon, right?
Yes, I don't.
Yes, excellent. Or any other, not necessarily about that graphic designer, right? It can be about any other photo or image that looks funny for you or unusual, as you prefer.
I'm ready. I will to search my screen.
Yes. Yes, you can share it.
Can you see my screen, Miss?
It's starting to be shared. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is okay about the girl, the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I I found the James Fryman. They say the request. Hi James, my daughter is asked whether there's any way they could please fix this photo of her to make it look like she hasn't already eaten her food and drunk her drink. Oh yeah, okay, and he changed the food to the dish. The
Mm-hmm.
dish is clean, but the the real meat is live in her arms. It's a
Mm,
pig. It's
it's a
a
pig,
pink
a
pink.
piglet.
Ah,
It's a
pigly.
piglet. Yes, a piggy, a piglet. Yes.
And her drink is full again. This about your margarita, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, it's funny because the she was eating maybe about a dish of food with pig or yeah, meat pig meat, something like that. Right now the
Pork,
pigly
pork,
is live.
pork, pork meat. Pork,
Ah, pork. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pork
Sorry,
meat is
pork,
the
pork
pork meat
meat. Yeah,
is the
for the
meat
eat.
for eating,
Exactly.
but this is a pig. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
A live pig.
a live pig.
Be funny, but
Exactly.
also it can be funny, but a little bit cruel. No, don't you think? A little bit cruel because of the yeah of the animal that
Yeah, and that is don't like it to the vegetariano, the vegetarian,
vegetarian.
vegetarian. Exactly. That
Yes.
that is picture don't like it.
Yes. So that can be cruel, no? A little bit.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit too cruel.
A little bit cruel. Okay, Jose Ramon, thank you very much for your participation today. It was a pleasure, as always. An excellent, excellent night. Have
Thank you,
a good
Miss.
one. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, the 7, right?
Yes. Anyway, I'm going to let the others know, right? In order
Yeah,
to
yeah.
yeah, or
Cool.
no. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss.
You're welcome. Take care.
Th-
Bye.
Bye.